Hello, everyone. In Honkai Star Rail, the primary mechanic revolves around collecting characters and building up their abilities. While it might be tempting to try and obtain every character, resources are limited, making it crucial to focus on the strongest and most valuable units. By knowing which characters are top tier, you can maximize the efficiency of your stellar jades and enhance your gameplay experience. To assist you in making informed decisions, we have compiled a list of the best characters in Honkai Star Rail. These characters have been chosen based on their superior abilities and overall performance in the game, ensuring that your resources are spent wisely. While some characters are fun to use, only the most powerful made it onto our list, helping you to prioritize your investments and build a formidable team. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in Honkai Star Rail. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Arlen and Trailblazer Destruction. Arlen is a character who sacrifices his HP to deal damage, similar to Blade, but without the same effectiveness. His damage output increases based on his missing HP, making him a high-risk, high-reward character. Arlan has a self-sustain ability, but it only activates if his HP is below 20% and he defeats an enemy himself, which is a challenging condition to meet. This makes Arlen difficult to maneuver in a game where avoiding enemy attacks is impossible, and where a slow healer can easily result in his demise. The Trailblazer in the Destruction path starts with physical DPS capabilities, excelling in both single target and blast damage. They can self-buff with an ATK bonus during battles if they inflict weakness break, adding a layer of offensive potential. Additionally, the Trailblazer can heal the party using their technique before combat. However, this technique often goes unused due to the availability of space anchors for healing, diminishing its practical value in many situations. The characters in this tier are in order from top left to bottom right: Dan Heng, Luca, Misha, Sampo, Sushang, Yan King, March 7th, Natasha, Trailblazer Preservation, and Yukong. Dan Heng is a solid starter character, offering decent damage output which can become impressive with the best light cones and relics. His skill allows him to slow enemies, and his damage output increases significantly against these slowed targets. This makes him a valuable asset in many early game scenarios where crowd control and damage are crucial. Luca, the boxing champion, excels in single target damage over time while inflicting bleed on his enemies. His ultimate ability also increases the damage taken by the target, but as a hybrid damage dealer and debuffer, his debuffing capabilities aren't as strong as those of dedicated debuffers like Pella or Silver Wolf. Nevertheless, Luca is a versatile character who can contribute significantly to prolonged fights. Misha's potential as a DPS character is unlocked through his ultimate ability, which becomes stronger with skill point consumption, similar to Jing Yuan and his Lightning Lord. His ultimate deals substantial damage and can bounce to other enemies on the field, making him a formidable force when his abilities are properly managed. Sampo is an underrated gem among 4-star characters. As a Doti damage dealer, he can inflict area of effect damage that bounces to other enemies and easily stacks wind shear. This makes him exceptionally dangerous against bosses with a wind weakness. Additionally, his ultimate increases the DOT taken by enemies, making him an excellent supporter in Doti-centric teams. Sushang is known for her high single-target damage output, impressive for a 4-star character. Her damage increases further when attacking an enemy affected by weakness break. With her E1 ability, she also helps the team recover skill points, making her a valuable addition to any team focusing on sustained damage output. Yang King, like other 5-star DPS characters, boasts substantial damage potential, enhanced by his offensive buffs. However, his effectiveness diminishes when he takes damage, as this disrupts his buffs. Despite this vulnerability, If you manage to keep King protected from enemy attacks, his damage output can be incredibly rewarding, justifying the effort to safeguard him. March 7th, the game's charming shielder focuses on protecting allies with her shield and counterattacking any enemy that targets the shielded character. While her damage output is minimal, her ultimate ability can freeze all enemies, a valuable asset in game modes like Simulated Universe, Remembrance Path, where crowd control is essential. Natasha is the go-to healer for new players, offering single-target heals, debuff removal, and healing over time with her skill. Her ultimate heals the entire party, providing essential support in early game content. However, in endgame scenarios where enemies inflict AoE debuffs, Natasha might struggle to keep up as she competes for skill points needed by other characters. The Trailblazer Preservation serves as a reliable shielder who can taunt enemies and reduce incoming damage with their skill. Their ultimate creates a shield for the whole team and deals damage based on their DEF. While not a primary damage dealer, their shielding capabilities provide crucial protection, making them a staple in defensive strategies. Yukong, a support character with damage potential through her ultimate, requires careful speed tuning to maximize her effectiveness. She needs to act before your DPS characters to best utilize her skill. While this can be challenging for beginners, a well-built Yukong can provide significant ATK, crit rate, and crit DMG buffs to the team, elevating overall performance. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Gneifen, Herta, Himiko, Hook, King K, Serval, Shuei, Asta, Bailu, Gepard, Hanya, Lynx, and Welt. Gneifen is a notable duty damage dealer and debuffer, specializing in burning enemies. Her abilities allow her to not only inflict burn status on multiple foes, but also increase the damage they take while burned, making her an excellent choice for battles requiring sustained damage over time. Herta stands out as a valuable free character with significant potential. Her ability to deal AoE damage and perform follow-up attacks makes her indispensable in pure fiction mode, where waves of enemies continuously spawn. However, Herta is best suited for battles with multiple foes rather than single-target bosses. Himeko, akin to Jing Yuan, thrives on her follow-up attacks despite being an erudition character. Her skills and ultimate are designed for dealing with multiple enemies, making her exceptionally effective in scenarios like pure fiction, where hordes of adversaries are common. Hook, the boss of the moles, excels in single-target combat. Her skill focuses on damaging one enemy, but after using her ultimate, it can also affect adjacent foes, providing versatility in battles against bosses and clustered enemies alike. King Kuei, the gambler, can unleash substantial damage for a 4-star character if luck is on her side. Her potential skyrockets with the right tile matches to enter the hidden hand state, or when receiving optimal blessings from the propagation path in Simulated Universe, occasionally pushing her into upper-tier performance. Serval, a rare erudition character, leverages DOT damage by inflicting shock and extending it with her ultimate. Defeating an enemy boosts her attacks, increasing her damage output further into the battle. She shines particularly in fights against multiple mobs rather than single bosses. Shuei offers a unique playstyle with her reliance on follow-up attacks and ultimate. Her ultimate can deplete an enemy's toughness bar, regardless of their quantum weakness, making her a valuable asset in weakening foes and setting them up for further attacks. Asta, the wealthiest girl in Herta Space Station, supports the team offensively and defensively. Her talent provides significant ATK buffs and increases fire DMG taken by burning enemies. Additionally, her SPD buff benefits teams, especially those centered around DOT strategies. Bailu, while her healing is standard for a 5-star character, possesses the unique ability to revive a downed ally, an invaluable trait for challenging content like Forgotten Hall and Simulated Universe. This revival talent, though limited to once per battle, can be a game-changer in critical moments. Gepard, often overshadowed by other healers, offers robust team protection through his shields and taunting capabilities. His talent allows him to withstand a knockdown and fully restore his energy, enabling strategic use of his ultimate to shield the team consistently. Hanya's distinctive kit includes the ability to recover skill points upon meeting specific conditions, alongside typical buffer abilities like increasing DMG dealt to enemies inflicted with burden and boosting a single ally's DPS and ATK. She excels in teams that frequently use skill points. Lynx's healing may not match that of 5-star healers, but her free availability, team-wide debuff cleansing, and synergy with destruction DPS characters make her a formidable support. She is particularly effective against enemies that inflict debuffs, ensuring her team remains in fighting shape. Welt serves as both a debuffer and sub-DPS, slowing enemies and delaying their turns with his ultimate. Slowed enemies take increased damage, making Welt a flexible character who can control the pace of battle and amplify the team's overall damage output. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Argenti, Black Swan, Blade, Clara, Dr. Ratio, Jing Yuan, Kafka, Seal, Topaz and Numbi, Pella, Ting Yun, Trailblazer Harmony, and Gallagher. Argenti stands out as one of the premier AoE DPS characters in Honkai Star Rail. His ultimate ability triggers based on his energy levels, making him ideal for encounters with multiple enemies or bosses that summon minions. As an erudition character, he excels in scenarios where widespread damage is crucial, although he may not shine in single-target battles. Black Swan takes a unique approach as a DPS character, specializing in stacking dotes known as Arcana on enemies. These Arcana grow stronger with more stacks, making her a strategic choice when paired with other DOT dealers like Kafka. Her ability to unleash devastating damage once her Arcana take effect makes her invaluable in prolonged engagements. Blade offers a blend of offense and self-sustain, distinguishing him as a rare DPS character who can heal himself after dealing damage. His efficient SP management further enhances team dynamics, allowing him to serve effectively as a sub-DPS alongside various team compositions, including those led by Jinglu. Clara synergizes well with Svarog, relying on counterattacks to inflict damage while benefiting from reduced damage intake and debuff removal. Her resilience against debuffs makes her particularly effective against adversaries who frequently afflict negative effects on allies, ensuring sustained performance in challenging encounters. Dr. Ratio, despite being a free 5-star character, delivers immense single-target damage. His potency increases significantly when enemies are afflicted with multiple debuffs, enabling him to unleash devastating follow-up attacks. This makes him a sought-after choice for players seeking high-burst damage potential in their teams. Jing Yuan, another standout erudition character, focuses heavily on follow-up attacks rather than outright ultimates. His damage output scales with the number of hits per action, making him exceptionally potent against enemies vulnerable to lightning damage. Pairing him with allies who can exploit lightning weaknesses maximizes his effectiveness in battle. Kafka's strength lies in synergy with other DOT specialists like Black Swan and Sampo. Alone, she may not exhibit overwhelming damage, but her ability to amplify team-wide DOT effects turns battles into attritional contests for her opponents. Her strategic value shines in setups aiming for prolonged engagements and enemy attrition. Seal remains a formidable force despite her age as a limited character. Known for her extraordinary single-target damage capabilities, she thrives with optimal support from characters like Ting Yun or Bronya. With high base SPD and the ability to gain extra turns upon defeating foes, she epitomizes sustained damage output and battlefield dominance. Topaz, often known as Numbi in combat, serves as a versatile follow-up attack sub-DPS and support character. Her skills center on afflicting proof of debt, amplifying follow-up attack damage against targeted enemies. She excels in synergistic setups alongside DPS characters such as Dr. Ratio, contributing significantly to burst damage strategies. Pela distinguishes herself as a versatile DEF debuffer, capable of affecting multiple enemies simultaneously. Her utility extends to buff removal, making her a universal choice for teams needing strategic debuff management and sustained pressure against opponents. Her accessibility as a F2P-friendly option further enhances her appeal in diverse team compositions. Tingyun, a standout 4-star character, excels as a buffer capable of rivaling 5-star counterparts. While her skills enhance allies' attack rather than direct damage, her support capabilities are invaluable for optimizing team performance. Easy access to her eidolons makes her an attractive option for players seeking reliable support without relying on high-rarity characters. Trailblazer Harmony offers solid utility as a free character, particularly effective in setups focusing on break effect mechanics. Although her synergy depends heavily on pairing with characters capable of exploiting Super Break DMG, her accessibility and ease of use make her a welcoming choice for new players or those lacking dedicated support characters. Gallagher, known for his dual role as a healer and debuffer, provides unique battlefield utility. While his healing capabilities may fall short compared to some counterparts, his ability to inflict besotted debuffs via his ultimate enhances break DMG inflicted by allies. Recent updates have elevated his standing, making him a more compelling choice in competitive team compositions. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Acheron, Dan Heng Imbibitor Lunai, Jingliu, Bronya, Fu Xuan, Huo Huo, Luocha, Ruan Mei, Silverwolf, Sparkle, Aventurine, Robin, Boot Hill, and Firefly. Acheron, the formidable Nihility character, defies expectations by eliminating enemies outright rather than weakening them with debuffs. While she demands investment in light cones and specific team compositions, her unparalleled DPS potential and unique ultimate mechanics set her apart in battles, utilizing her party's synergy to devastating effect. Dan Heng Imbibitor Lunai, known for his enhanced basic ATK that targets up to 3 enemies with powerful blast attacks, requires careful SP management due to his high SP consumption. Pairing him with characters like Tingyun or Ruan Mei, who excel at SP conservation, ensures efficient use of his potent offensive capabilities, making him a force to be reckoned with in combat. Jingliu, the Icy Queen, excels in critical damage, bolstered by her talents and abilities. Her normal attacks escalate into devastating assaults once she enters an enhanced state, overwhelming foes with precision strikes that few can withstand. Investing in Jingliu promises immense returns for those who seek dominance through meticulous planning and strategic prowess. Bronya, a staple starter character, remains invaluable even in endgame scenarios for her ability to boost party-wide critical DMG. Her unique skill to manipulate the turn order by advancing an ally's position provides tactical advantages, allowing teams to seize momentum and control crucial moments in battle with precision timing. Fu Xuan employs a unique defensive strategy with her Matrix of Prescience, redirecting damage from allies to herself while increasing the team's critical rate and applying crowd control debuffs. Her resilience in combat is reinforced by her ability to heal herself under duress, although her alignment with destruction and abundance paths may limit her compatibility with other game mechanics. Huo Huo distinguishes herself with widespread healing capabilities suited for AoE damage scenarios, complemented by effective debuff removal. While her single-target healing efficacy may falter against adversaries specializing in concentrated assaults, Huo Huo excels in safeguarding her team from widespread threats, making her a pivotal asset in battles with multiple foes. Luocha emerges as a reliable healer capable of sustaining allies through intense battles with emergency healing and crowd control capabilities. His ultimate not only deals damage across all enemies, but also strips them of buffs, making him indispensable against adversaries reliant on bolstering their defenses through buffs. Ruan Mei, a versatile support character, enhances team performance with comprehensive buffs, including all-type RES Pen, increased damage output, and speed boosts. Her strategic utility extends to delaying enemy actions affected by Thanatoplum Rebloom, granting teams critical respite in challenging encounters where timing can determine victory. Silverwolf's expertise lies in imposing elemental weakness on enemies, enabling mono-elemental team strategies to exploit vulnerabilities effectively. Despite her focus on single-target debuffs, her ability to shred enemy defenses makes her an asset in encounters against formidable adversaries, particularly bosses requiring precise elemental exploitation. Sparkle revolutionizes team dynamics by increasing maximum skill points, significantly enhancing SP-dependent characters' combat effectiveness. Her ability to manipulate turn order, though less reliable than Bronya's, offers strategic advantages by accelerating allies' actions, pivotal in optimizing synergistic team strategies and gaining battlefield dominance. Aventurine, renowned for his stackable shields and debuff infliction on enemies, excels as both a defensive stalwart and supplementary damage dealer. His consistent shield uptime and damage amplification abilities make him a versatile addition to teams seeking sustained resilience and offensive prowess in prolonged engagements. Robin's universal buffs elevate team performance with increased DMG and critical DMG, synergizing seamlessly with diverse team compositions. Her ultimate accelerates team turns, pivotal in scenarios requiring rapid response or coordinated assaults, cementing her role as a cornerstone support character in tactical gameplay. Boot Hill's specialization in inflicting physical weakness on enemies through his ultimate ensures he remains invaluable against bosses vulnerable to physical damage. His proficiency in break DMG optimization simplifies his build requirements, making him a straightforward yet potent choice for dismantling opponents reliant on physical resilience. Firefly's deceptive appearance belies her immense destructive potential, specializing in break DMG amplified by innate SPD advantages. Her ability to inflict fire weakness and unleash devastating fire DMG in complete combustion state ensures she dominates the battlefield, though her team synergy options remain more limited. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.